Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sean here, the Detroit Diz, and hopefully everything looks good here. We're using our DJI Osmo Pocket 3. We're trying to film on this more, getting outside and whatnot, and we just bought the ND filters. This is like the ND16. I don't know what it looks like or what it's going to look like, because we're changing the office floor, and I don't know what the office is going to look like, but it's like all in a mess in there, and yeah. Anyways, and my back is just straining from a couple of days ago. It's still hurting. I've been resting on that, so just getting some fresh air outside, trying to abate the mitigate the pain of my back, and whatnot. So anyhow, I thought I'd come out here and do a quick video. I've just been trying to relax here, and this is my new planner journal system. The cover is just a Lockbee. I'm not using Lockbee paper at all. I'm using actually field notes. Now, in the past, I have organized everything into a Franklin planner, and but I just noticed I've used the mini one and the larger one and different sizes of the planner, of the Franklin planner, but I started using the bullet journal, and they had the pocket bullet journal, and I started liking that, but I fell in love here with the pocket journaling of field notes. And so field notes, this is just a binder by Lockbee that I'm not using the paper. Field notes has, they have the dot paper, they have the line paper here, and they also have the graph paper, and then they don't have a paper that's just plain white. And so, I just take notes wherever. I read something and I jot it down. I want to talk about that later, yeah? And so, I think I found a new system, along with my new pins, the Sarasa Dry pins. Anyways, so, yeah, so that's what I've been using there. And keeping track over here of we're waiting for a package that I have to sign for today, of all days, right? You know what I'm saying? And so I really like, first of all, this little, I feel like I have a little miniature briefcase binder, like a Trapper Keeper or something here. First of all, let's talk about this Sarasa Dry X20 pins. You can get them in micro. You can get, this one is 0.05. They're great. They dry fast. You can get them in different colors, and they're really great. That's all I can say about it. They're really great, and it dries super fast. So on field notes, they dry really fast. So today I wanted to make a video about. It's kind of be a weekly thing. It was supposed to be on Sunday. I don't know, man. Lots of things have been going on as of lately. And let's just talk about what I've written down for the last week. What kind of notes did I take for the last week? Sean's notes for the last week, right? And so I know last week was the ending of the 12th, and then the 13th was on a Saturday, of all places, of all days, right? So, and we all know that the 9/11 was on Thursday, right? And then it's been a long week, can we say that much? So let's see here. I want to go back here for a minute. Okay, because the last week started like on the 8th or something to that effect. Let's see here. If today was the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, then it would have been the 7th of September was last Monday. So I did not start this journal until the 8th. So let's just walk around some things and talk about a few things, shall we? So we have the first day, Disney, the acquisition, not the accusation, the acquisition of Fubo. And what does that mean? So Fubo is a sports streaming service. And at one time there was going to be this conglomerate of sports channels or sports services that was going to be like CBS and NBC and Fox and Disney or something to that effect. And the FCC said, wait, hold on a minute. And Fubo, they said, hold on a minute. And Fubo also sued and said, hey, what about us? So we're losing out here. So Disney, I guess, settled with them and also acquired them, bought them out basically. And but they're keeping Fubo as a separate sports kind of service, streaming service on their own still, and they're going to be separate on their own. They're not going to be like Hulu, sucked in. But I would agree, I would say that probably in the future, I think Fubo is going to go bye-bye, and all those contracts that they have for all the sports that are happening on Fubo are going to end up on ESPN. That's my premonition right now. That's my prediction. That's my prediction right now is that if you're watching Fubo now, get ready in the next year or so that you're no longer going to be watching Fubo. You're just going to be watching ESPN, because they're going to figure out, just like they did with Hulu, that it's better off to combine everything. Like I've been saying all this time, why waste servers and everything else like that? Just go ahead and get it done and combine it all into one. Makes more sense. Let's see here. Aldi is removing some Aldis. I don't know about all of them, but it said that Aldi's removes self-checkout. It's great. Aldi's is removing self-checkout. That way that we get to use the cashiers. Self-checkout. Are you one of those people that really, self-checkout? It seems convenient, but only to the fact that when it isn't working so well and you're trying to scan things and then all of a sudden it's not working on scanning it, then basically you need some help from the person who's supervising the self-checkouts, and they have to come by and wave their scanner over it, and then you're on to the next item. Yeah, it's probably much faster just to have somebody doing it for you and scanning your stuff at the regular checkout. I'm just saying, because it's very frustrating. I've seen very frustrated people utilizing self-checkout, and they get angry, and we don't want angry people. Let's see here. There's a note here that says Google passwords. There was an article that said you should change your Google password. Well, not to use Google passwords at all. That we should stop using passwords. I don't know what that was all about. I never read into it at all. But I'll have to check into that article. But if you are, there's an article that says stop using passwords. I don't know what you would use instead of a password. Maybe a YubiKey or something else like that, like a password generator. Probably so. And Google does have one of those. It's like an authentication key. So that might be the wave of the future. Get a Google authentication key and use that for your password. It's probably safer than remembering a password that you could never remember, but you just can use the authenticator, and then bada bing, bada boom, that you're good, right? Yeah. Okay, so then it was bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, you're good. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to go on to the next day, 9/9. Blah, 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 blah. The Amazing Race and the Survivor. I don't know what's going on with it. I tried to watch it. I tried to plan on watching it. Just like Big Brother, I tried to plan on watching it, but I just never watched it. And now I'm like, oh, what? But the makeup of all that. I have been watching Denozo and Ziva, or Ziva and Denozo. I don't know. I can't remember which one is first. But anyways, I've been watching that, and the show is spectacular. I love it. It's great, and I'm already up to the fourth week. Well, there was only really there's only been a couple of weeks. Actually, they dropped 3 in the beginning, and then it kept you busy until the next one. So there's been 4, actually. So yeah, that's something. Yeah. So why do I have 3 I got three types of paper here in my notebook. That was something I was thinking about. Like, why do I have 3 types of paper? I'm going to talk about that in another video, I think, about why I have 3 types of paper. I have, dot, bullet, got the bullets. I got the regular lined, and then I have graph paper. And why would you need all 3? Well, why, yeah. Anyways, you gotta have a diversity of papers. It's important because you don't use them all the same, Let's see here. I'm going to be starting to wear more militarized looking hats. I'm not militarized looking hats. Hats that have camo. I like camouflage, and so I'm a veteran, and I like wearing camouflage hats and whatnot. This one's not camouflage. But yeah, I'm going to start doing that more because I'm supporting our troops and myself and veterans and other veterans. Oh yeah, interesting thought here. I don't know, I read it and I was like, what the heck is this all about, right? The British way of cleaning dishes. What is that all about, right? The British way of cleaning dishes. I'm going to have to check into that. I have to Google it. If you already know about the British way of cleaning dishes, you know what I mean? You got to clean dishes like a British person. I don't know. How do the British clean dishes that we don't do here in America? Yeah, that's a good question, right? It says that people in the South are actually aging faster. That's interesting. That was some article that I seen a headline to. I see the headlines. I write them down, the ones that seem interesting to me, just off of just reading them, and I go, that's interesting. I wonder what that's all about. That's why I write these down, right? But my initial thought of reading something like that people are aging faster in the South, I start to wonder about, if you're aging faster in the South, then why are people retiring to the South? You go down to Florida, are you going to age faster? Boom, you're like 90, right? Okay, anyways, let's see here. Just a point of matter, it says here that says stable sleep, you live longer. So that means that basically if you get the same sleep pattern, we already know this. If you keep your sleep pattern the same, you get into a cycle. They have a name for that. I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. It's your circadian rhythm or something like that. Anyways, probably messed that up. It's one of those Bush words, those George Bush words. Anyways, all right. So it's this rhythm that you get into when you have everything is like on a cycle that's pretty much the same every day. And that's why I said, I think I talked about the other day, I talked about daylight savings time, and it could mess with people's cycles every year and that set them off. Every time we do this subtracting, like twice a year, we change the clocks. Is that affecting people's rhythm, sleep? There's just the whole rhythm of their body about changing the times. Maybe it's not good for us to do that health-wise. Maybe that's what they should say. The argument should be based on whether or not that's really great for your body. Putting that out there. Okay, enough about that. Okay, let's continue on. We're almost done here. Okay. Oh, let's see here. So did you know, and I think this is a true statement in everything, okay, that if you try harder, that trying harder may not always be the best approach. Meaning that if you try less or try to do things in a not so brutal way, or a brutal, that sounds kind of bad. If you try to be more I don't know what's my way, more easy with things, or more you know, in a more fondling way. Well, it doesn't sound good either. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. If you do things more in a cohesive way, or coercive way, that's my word, coercive way. If you're doing it that way, then basically, maybe you could do things that, they always say that, let's digress here for a minute. They say that keep it simple, stupid is always a good idea. Maybe that applies to doing things in life. If you just keep it simple, stupid, then you don't have to overwork, or you just work easy. Don't make things hard for yourself. Maybe that's the best thing. Chat GPT. I seen a lot of videos asking about whether you use Google Chat GPT or Chat GPT or some other GPT or something like that. And then I think lastly is that, and I thought this was, well, two things. Is one that we're just figuring out that there's a new guy who's using a pig kidney transplant. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. The guy with the pig kidney transplant, I guess it's a thing, right? I guess we'll figure that out, right? And then also there's now that scientists are saying that alien life started on Earth. Believe it or not. That's a thing, that the aliens started life on Earth. I mean, that could be a thing. Look, there's all these objects that are cloaked all over the Earth. Those could be alien ships or something alien-wise. And the mothership, Atlas 3I Atlas, is coming back. Are they coming back to pick up the troops or whatever they're picking up here on Earth? Why are they coming here, and what is it all about? It's some type of shape-shifting interstellar object. Weird. I don't know. It's a lot of weird, strange things these days. Okay, that's all I have for you now. And for now, we'll talk to you guys real soon. See you in the next one.